Pong because you have your neighbors, and I saw this guy. These kids were jumping in the car. They put a bag on top of the car, and then they went flying off, and the bag went flying. I picked up his bag, and I said, when they came back, I said, "Hey," and that's how we met. And, if you want to translate with it. Okay, yes. Anyway, so of course you can't talk about Pong without talking about the kids, right? So the kids, were Emily, of course, Jonathan, and Catherine. And I remember our first time we went to Albany Hill. It was like going to Disneyland. It was a big deal, huh? And then we were doing the swing, and then coming back, we got to know them a little bit more, walking the kids to school, and of course inviting them to church. And when they come to church, you'd see them sitting in the back there. And that was just a beautiful thing to just have to really know your neighbors. So many people don't know their neighbors. And we started to get to know Pong a little bit more. And of course, one night we came home and there was police and there was a child protector, all these different things. And I realized, I knew he was struggling. He told me things, but when he came back about a day and a half later, actually it was on Valentine's Day, I remember talking about him. Yeah, and he's such a nice guy. It's like, how can he go through these struggles? And then I realized, I go to Pong, I go, this is too much. This is Luwenji Bazao, right? It's like so difficult. And I thought, there's only one guy that can fix this. And I told him about my testimony, and I said, Pong, you don't have a choice. Because it had been so difficult. And he listened, and he listened to what I talked about, my testimony, and I said, do you want to accept Jesus? He said, yes. And he meant it. And we got down on our knees on that dirty little floor that night, and it was actually on February 14th. It was about 11 o'clock at night. And he gave his life to Christ. And from there, I couldn't even remember what the prayer was that goes along with that, so we kind of made our way. But then it doesn't happen very often. I never do that. I haven't done that. I don't even know if I've ever done that. But just watching his life and sitting here and coming to church, and then they cruise in late, and all the kids will be spilling drinks, and it's like, is he even paying attention? Did that even mean anything? You think, is it real? And I would think these thoughts. But as I saw his life, and I saw him, he'd come to the home groups when he could, or we'd have barbecues, and of course church, different fellowships, and you saw some of those there. Obviously that wasn't the students on the video, that was us here, our home group. And take the kids, what do you take you guys? Bowling. Like how often?
Every day.
Like every day. And how about, did he teach you Chinese? How often?
Like every day?
Yeah, like every day during the summer. So he was all very, in fact, Jim was asking me, what would be the one word that would describe Pong? You know what I thought of? You probably have something else. Unselfish. Loves his kids, protects his children. Does that sound like somebody else that you know? Anyway, so that was such a great thing to get to know Pong, and of course, the more we got to know each other, we play basketball. We put one up, and also in the court over there at the UC Village. And I got to tell you a little story because day the sun blotted out. I got a rebound, and all of a sudden here comes Pong coming at me, and it's like, okay. And I was just going to try to make another quick shot. Next thing you know, it just went black. I just had Pong all over me. and worse than that, the ball got ripped out of my hands. And I don't know if anybody's ever done that before. And I was like, hey! And they went off down the other court. They're down the other end of the court. But those are just some of my memories of Pong. And, I think Camilla, if you wanted to say something about Pong, you would say love for his kids, and a gentle man. She'd say, see, that's a Chinese man, a gentleman, not like you. So, but he was a very gentle man. And I'll tell you, I learned a lot about who Jesus was just in that short time that I knew Pong. And and I would say a couple other things that would, explain sacrifice. in the endurance that he did for his kids. And, you know, back to my question, is it real? And I'll never forget, you know, because we took, you know, we went on a little RV to kind of take his kids around, because we had all those kids plus our family. So I got this little RV for that. And I remember we went up on our first trip up to Lake Siskiyou in Mount Shasta. And right before we left, Emily went with us, you know, to Jennifer to play with. And I remember right before we left, I was doing something in one of the cars, and the RV and the door was open, and I just kind of looked over as I was doing something, and I saw Emily right there, and I saw Pong, and then I saw them praying. And I tell you, that's when I go, yeah, it's real. It's real. So Pong gave me, our family, and our community joy. So that's what I have to say about Pong. Thank you.